side panel got to come out. Put aside. Sync button pulls out. Now you want a flathead screwdriver, wedge it into the side just here. Make a little gap. Pull the console round, and you're going to get the screwdriver into here and flip it open all the way along here, being careful not to scratch the top cover. Pull it up until you hear the click, turn it back round again, and carefully we've got to take the faceplate off. Bearing in mind it's still attached to the RF board underneath with the cable, so be careful not to rip the cable. And what you want to do is get your finger into here, and you've got to pull this out and pull up the blue cable as well. Pull the cable out. Discard the cover. This has got to come off. So because 2 screws here, Torx TA security. Take these screws off the Wi-Fi board. And we can then pull this off. We want to unclip this here as well at the front on the RF board. Get a flathead screwdriver underneath and pull it off carefully. Torx T10 security screwdriver. We're going to take these screws out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 screws. Unclip this off here, put that aside for now, pull the cover up, bearing in mind it's attached with a plug-in connector down here, so unplug from the motherboard by pulling out like that, then this can be discarded. Okay. Hard drive removal is fairly straightforward. We just want to take out these 2 plugs here, so pull that one out, pull that one out. This just removes straight out of here. And to get the hard drive off here so you can do anything with it, or if you want to replace a new drive onto here, you've got to take off these 4 screws here. So using your Torx T10 screwdriver, let me just remove the console. Remove these screws. Can be a bit stiff. Okay, that removes the holder from the drive, but we're still going to take off this drive plate as well. So using your Torx T10 again, you want to remove these 4 screws here. That comes off. This just pulls off there, and there we go. There's your hard drive. Check the hard drive is in place. Cover's going back on, but make sure this connector goes into the board first. So put the connector in. Sit it back on top. Make sure that it feels like it's properly on top of all the peripherals inside the console. All the big black screws back in. Torx T10, screw them back down. Wi-Fi board back onto the connector, and then the two Torx T8 screws back in. Put the connector back onto the front, clip it in carefully. Clip this little soundboard back in onto the front. Right, ready to put the top cover on with the faceplate. Now the faceplate is still attached to the front cover at the moment. We want to take this faceplate off here first before we put it back together. If you try and put this back on here right now, you're going to get into trouble, into all sorts of problems getting it back into place properly. So we want to unclip this first of all, and the way to do it is by unclipping from this end first, unclipping each of these until the faceplate comes off. So pull it off. Can sometimes take a few efforts, but there we go, that's come off enough. So we're going to put the faceplate back into position first of all. So this connector here has got to go into this here. And then push in. That's it, that's now secure. This faceplate has got clips all the way along. Make sure it clips in to the corresponding positions on the bottom cover, and it should fit in properly like that, okay? Top cover. Make sure it's slotted in at the back in the correct place. Pull round to the front, and then make sure that these slots here fit underneath the corresponding position on the top cover. And here it click into place properly. Put the sync connector back in on the side grille back into place.